Hi and a warm welcome back to my channel. My name's Danielle and I am world leading face yoga expert and super passionate about sharing wellness tips and techniques in a really easy and effective way. So this video is all about a face yoga routine you can do every single day, so a daily routine if you're in your 30s. Now, this is actually very helpful for anybody. So if you're watching this and you're in your 20s, or if you're in 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond, you can enjoy it. But the reason I wanted to do one just for the 30s is firstly because I did one for women and men, of course, but I know lots of you guys are women that watch in their 40s, and that video on my YouTube channel was super popular, which was wonderful. So a lot of you have been saying, can I do it for the other decades? So I'm going to be doing it for the 30s. The second reason is of course I'm in my 30s. I do only have a few months left of my 30s. I'm going to be 40 in February, so I'm 39 at the moment. But also I have been working for about 16 years teaching face yoga and wellness techniques and yoga and skincare and beauty and all of that good stuff, and I've often worked with women in their 30s, and I know the skincare concerns they have, the wellness and lifestyle concerns they have, and how this impacts their mind, their body and their face. So I really wanted to bring that into it today. So to get started, you want to have a nice clean face, clean hands. If you have a little bit of the Fusion by Danielle Collins serum, apply that to your face now. That's really going to help with all of your facial yoga techniques, but it's also a great go-to that you can use twice a day instead of your usual moisturizer or serum, whatever else you're using, or just a couple of drops underneath your moisturizer works beautifully because it's packed full of high-performing botanical seed oils. So once you've got a nice comfortable position, I'm standing today, so I'm really just grounding my feet downwards. If you're sitting, just do the same, ground your feet down onto the floor, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders, and let's just start by taking a few deep breaths. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And again, inhale and deep exhalation. Now keep breathing like that for a moment, and as you breathe like that, just start to feel any stress or tension leaving your mind and body. So inhale a sense of calm, exhale any stress or tension. Let's do 2 more deep breaths. Inhale for about a count of 4, exhale for about a count of 6. One more time. Inhale and a long deep exhalation. Beautiful. Okay, so let's start working on our face now. So we're going to start off with our forehead area. We're going to take our hands into little fists and we're going to use this part of your knuckles. So this is a technique from my new book, The Face Yoga Journal, which is an amazing tool if you want to learn lots more face yoga techniques, but also really work with journaling as well. And if you just gently place your fists onto your forehead, just above your eyebrows there. And we're really just going to start gently with a little bit of massage here. So we're massaging into the muscle. Now, a lot of what we're going to do today is going to help reduce signs of stress on our face. Now, something which I know about the 30s, I've done almost the entire decade in the 30s now. And as I said, I've worked with lots of people in their 30s, have loads of friends in this decade as well. Is actually stress can be very, very high in our 30s. So just moving up just a little bit with your fingers there and just massaging. Now, it may be because you've really got into your career, maybe you've set up a business, maybe you've got more responsibility within your job than perhaps you did in your 20s, just moving up again. Or maybe it's due to children. Maybe you started having children, maybe going through pregnancy, maybe you've got a baby and you've got sleepless nights. Maybe you're coming out the other end of having young children now, but actually you're really noticing the signs of that stress, just moving up there, really noticing the signs of that stress on your face. So just bring your hands gently down. So we're really going today to work with reducing those signs of stress, helping your skin just look healthier. But we're also going to do a lot of preventative work as well, because of course if you're starting face yoga in your 30s, it's a great time to start, because you can do these techniques daily and it's going to reduce and prevent lines and wrinkles forming. So that technique's reducing stress in the forehead. So just bring your fingers across, just smooth that area. And we really want to relax any tension in the forehead. This is going to potentially lessen things like headaches, just feelings of anxiety and stress in the mind, because we're stimulating lots of lovely acupressure points as we come across here. But also, lots and lots of people in their 30s tend to notice those horizontal lines are some of the first lines that come on the face. And first of all, there's nothing wrong with lines. I absolutely believe that. But second of all, I do completely understand if you want to reduce or prevent them in a really, really positive way. People always ask whether I've had Botox, and I've never had Botox or fillers. I do these techniques, particularly in this area, to really relax tension and stress there. Wonderful. Okay, so let's take our thumb next, and I just want you to flick between the eyebrows here. So we're really focusing again on relaxing. We're relaxing that procerus muscle. It's a little muscle that goes between the eyebrows and then fans up onto the forehead. And we tend to hold loads of tension in that muscle. And again, this can in turn start to cause number 11 lines. So those little vertical lines between the eyebrow. So this is really relaxing that muscle. You can swap hands if you need a break on that hand. Really flicking, releasing, but also we're stimulating an acupressure point here, our third eye acupressure point. And again, if you are going through stress, maybe you've got a really non-stop life, or maybe you actually haven't, maybe you've got quite a quiet life. I know particularly in the last 18 months, due to COVID, so many people's lives have changed, but maybe still you notice there is more internal stress and internal chatter perhaps than you'd like. But these techniques are really, really good for that. So just flicking along and just gently come down. I really like using the thumbs on that area. In Ayurveda, so in traditional Indian medicine, the thumbs are said to hold the most prana of all the fingers. So the prana is our energy. So it's really lovely to do massage with that area. Okay, so let's move on now to our eye area. So we're just going to do a technique which is very, very good for reducing lines around the eye area. So if you're starting to notice just very subtle little crow's feet lines now you're in your 30s, this is a great technique to do. Okay, so we're just going to do our two fingers between the eyebrows. Index fingers come to the outer edge of the eyes, half closing the eyes. Feel for that little pulse or that little flutter, and then release. Take that again, half closing the eyes and release. Squint and release. Now don't worry if you can't get that little shake. That's what you're feeling, that's what you're wanting to feel. But that little shake sometimes does take a few practices to feel it. But that is the muscle contracting and relaxing. And that's how the muscle's going to build in strength and in tone. And then the skin attaches, tightens, tautens and firmed. Breathing here, in through the nose, out through the nose, and close the eyes tight shut here. Feel for that little shake, that little pulse, and then gently just relax down. Taking the thumbs again holding that prana or that energy in our thumbs. And we're just going to slide up. So if you do have any lines starting to form around this area, or maybe they're quite deep, or maybe you haven't got any, either way, you just can go along those lines where you'd imagine those lines would maybe form if you weren't doing these techniques. Just smoothing along, just gentle touch there. We don't want to go too deeply with that. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Really lengthen your spine if you're sitting now. Almost imagine a string pulling the head up towards the top of the ceiling, so everything's lengthening. A few more gentle gentle massages and come gently down. Okay, so let's work our cheek area now. So we're going to do one which really helps to lift downturn mouth corners. So if you start to notice that perhaps when you're resting your face, maybe you're looking a bit, maybe you feel like you look a little bit miserable, or maybe your skin just looks a little bit blur or dull. I mean, I know mine sometimes does, and sometimes I just want that natural lift of those lip corners. But also if you're starting to notice a little bit of dropping in your cheek area, this one is really great too. So we're going to bring the lips in and we're going to lift the lip corners up slightly, so like this. Good, and then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to smooth any lines which might be created around this area. So we go, and we're going to hold for a count of 10. Release, taking that again. And release one more time. Lip corners lifting up, tucking lips in, using the fingers to smooth any lines. And releasing back down. Okay, so we're going to do one next, which is very good for brightening the cheeks. So if you ever wake up in the morning, you think, oh, my skin looks a little bit dull, maybe you haven't had enough sleep, maybe you've been working late, maybe you've been socializing, maybe you've been up with baby or children, this is a really good one just for brightening the cheeks. So we take 2 fingers and we're just going to flick and release all the way under your cheekbones and lifting off. Taking that again. Working along, lifting off, flicking underneath, breathing here, lifting off, and again. Now we're going to take that a little step further now. We're going to make our index fingers into little sort of hooks. We're going to start at the nose, we're going to come under the cheekbones and lift off. Now, if you're using a little bit of Diffusion by Danielle Collins serum, you'll find you get a beautiful glide as you do this. You're also having lots of benefits for the cheek area. So maybe if you sunbathed a lot, maybe in your 20s or even still do now, and you notice that you've got quite a lot of sunspots or age spots, Diffusion by Danielle Collins, it's got a high concentration of organic rosehip oil. It's all accredited by the Soil Association as organic. So it goes through really rigorous checks. But the rosehip oil has been clinically proven to actually reduce sunspots and age spots on the skin. So just lifting off when you're ready. Okay, so let's release tension in our jaw now. So I don't think I meet anybody that doesn't hold some level of stress or tension in our jaw. And our jaw area in particular really holds a lot of emotion. Lots of areas of our face hold different emotions, but the emotion often of worry, anxiety or control can really manifest itself in the jaw area. So we're going to take both fingers into little hooks and we're just going to glide along. So this helps to lift this area. You're working above and below, a lovely lifting massage. But here you're also really releasing that tightness and that tension that we can tend to feel in the jaw area. So focus on your breath again. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Two more. Lovely, and slowly come back down. Okay, so next we're just going to work a little bit with posture. Now posture is super important. Particularly when we're in our 30s, we tend to either be spending a lot of time on laptops or on phones. I mean, I know this is for all ages, but a lot of women I've worked with in their 30s say they spend a lot of time looking at their phone or their laptop or carrying children or babies, which means we tend to get that rounded feeling in our shoulders. So what we want to first of all do is just do a few shoulder rolls, release a bit of tension and tightness in that area. Bring your shoulders to a lovely neutral position, so not rolled forward and not squeezed too far back, just a lovely neutral position once you've released that tension in the shoulders. Bring your chin up parallel to the floor, and although of course you wouldn't go around like this all the time, you'd have the chin slightly tucked in. For this exercise, I want you to do that. I want you to take the tops of your fingers and just place them under your chin. Then take your other hand, it's difficult for you to see in my video with this, but my hand's going to go just underneath my elbow. So it's just supporting my elbow there. So I'm just going to hold there, chin parallel to the floor. I'm going to relax the face, so really relax every muscle in your face now. Really let go of tension in your forehead, your cheeks, your mouth, your jaw. And feel as though the fingers are trying to push up towards the chin, but the chin is really trying to go down, but it absolutely can't. So you're almost in that fixed position. Make sure you're not tensing the jaw at the same time. You're just working with toning underneath the jaw. Take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Taking that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Releasing back down. Just take one hand, gently tapping. Breathe here. Good. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to do our final technique now, which is a really lovely one for helping to lift the neck area. So for this one, you want to turn the head to one side, bring the hand and just gently, so you're coming across, gently pull it across a little bit. Just feel that lovely stretch through the side of the neck. That's just going to prepare you for part 2 of the exercise. Feel that stretch, breathe here. We'll do 2 more deep breaths. Good. Lift up for a moment, same side, turn the head, tilt the chin up slightly, bring the tongue up towards the direction of the nose, hold there for a count of 20. Gently move to the other side. We're going to bring ear down towards shoulder. Bring the hands across now and just gently stretching there, breathing deeply. Feel that lovely stretch at the side of the neck, releasing tension. That's going to help with your posture as well. Good. Lift the head up gently, turn the head to one side, chin up slightly, tongue out. And remember, with these neck exercises, never should feel painful. So if you have any neck injuries or neck tension, ease out a bit. Tongue up, hold for 20. Good, and come back to center. So we'll just finish with a lovely little affirmation. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, feel any tension that you're holding on to relax from your face now. And I'd like you to say to yourself in your mind 3 times, my skin looks healthy and relaxed. Wonderful. Gently open your eyes when you're ready. If you'd like more information about my skincare products, my certified teacher training courses which enable you to teach these wonderful face yoga techniques to other people, my books, 10-day course and lots of other goodies, you can go to faceyogaexpert.com. Have a lovely day. Bye.